I want to throw ball bearings right here, and then exit the room.
All right, so the scene from Home Alone 2 with the pearls, it's just like scatter,
Yeah.
scatter, scatter, scatter.
Micro machines.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where we're
The
at.
machines is a pearls.
In the first, so it's actually both. So in the second one, I like Home Alone movies. In the second one, exactly,
right.
exactly. He buys. He
Yeah,
doesn't steal.
now I
He doesn't
remember.
steal. In the first one, he accidentally steals. The second one, he doesn't. It's like progress.
Yeah, he
Actually
stops and
pays.
pays
He's
the
like,
swindler ass, man.
And then he just scatters them on the street. You do the same thing, but with ball bearings.
I'm gonna tell everybody, stay out of the room. I will scream if something happens.
That is true.
And I'm gonna take another step in.
Echo, real quick, can you make a dexterity saving throw?
The ball bearings.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Last week,
Last week on Shatternopolis.
Dun dun dun. The party's fight came to a conclusion after Echo herself had seemingly come to a conclusion. And with the Drow's help, the party managed to get into this safe room. Also with a very inventive use from Nexer of the big giant stone hand that pushed Echo's dead body 5 feet there. So the party escaped, and surprisingly, Frampt did not die. And so the party got into the
I'm
room.
unkillable.
I will happily test that assumption.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
The party got into the room. Echo somehow came back to life after the party had said their goodbyes. And to describe that scene somewhat again, black light, black imagery, dark black line shooting through the skin before Echo comes back to life. And it takes Echo a minute, but she settles back into the idea that she is alive. And then Nexer has an idea. I'm not going to say it's a good idea. I'm not going to say it's a bad idea. It's an idea where he decided to go run back through on his own. And luckily was forced to bring Echo because Pro Road wouldn't let him in on his own. Nexer actively tried to deface, and did to a degree, deface that Medusa statue, and was slammed against the wall and thrown out. And Echo showed appreciation to Frowode for taking care of those statues. Shroud are I don't want to say standish off, not stand alone, but maybe reserved. Reserve's a good word. Our reserved rogue headed in with the other Drow who is himself quiet. And there is a library. The Drow Nithalin is looking through dust and books trying to get a sense of anything about this place. The Drow there have told you that they themselves are trying to pull their father out of the cult of the obelisk, which the humanoid mutates that you've encountered all have identified themselves as part of this cult. And we will pick it back up there with the party running back, or I don't know, running, but the party moving back towards that safe house to spend the night there. And Shroud, as you're looking through, you didn't see anything on your first look around. Is there anything that you want to do in this room?
I cannot see the map.
Map is loaded.
I had to scroll way out on mine.
Shroud, you're currently not connected to the map.
Really? Hang on.
Now you are.
Okay. Let me do something here.
Successful troubleshooting in progress.
Yeah. This one. Over to this screen. Okay. All right. Now I can see what's going on.
All right. Nithalin is there, just leafing through dust, in essence.
I think I would. I want to ask him if this. I know we've covered this before, but I want to ask him if this pack is his to try to get him to open up a little bit more and, you know, kind of give it to him if it is his that I picked up in the kitchen.
He looks at the pack and he tells you that it actually belongs to Valios. But as you talk to him and he sees it, there's this look on his face that says there's some connection to him to it, even if it's not his. He says, yes, it belongs to one of my brothers. We took pains to make sure that he could take the route he wanted in life, even if we all couldn't.
I think Stroud was asked him because so he didn't want to be a calligrapher, or I guess that's what it is. The medallion.
It is a calligrapher's kit, and it does connect to calligraphy. And he says, "You don't have much experience with Drow, do you?"
Not at all.
Drow are not, especially males, are not encouraged to partake in arts. We exist to fight, to kill. Softer sides are discouraged unless they have somebody strong enough to protect them from those who would discourage.
I would try to gain some more insight on like which way his father went, where they might have lost him at.
Do you ask him about his father?
Yeah.
He'll say that he believes he's just ahead in one of the chambers forward. He'll also tell you that his mind has been twisted, but that they believe they can convince him to come back with him, abandon the cult, go back to the Underdark, rejoin their family.
Stroud would also ask him if he knew anything about the cult, besides that they want the obelisk.
I don't think you need to roll a check for that. He will tell you that the cult is one of many cults. The Underdark is a place that has cults popping up left and right. The cult of the obelisk has just started chanting about the far realm and about its coming and about how it will grant them some power through adherence to it, through helping bring it forward. He himself doesn't seem to know too much about it beyond that.
Okay. Well, I think I'd just kind of step away now. Tell him thank you, step away, and just kind of rifle through the books some more. See if I can't find anything of interest.
Make a perception check. And the party, I'm assuming, is all probably back in the room at this point, unless they take another detour.
That's the 26.
No, I was gonna ask if we were still on initiative.
No, I don't. I don't think we need to be.
All right, I'm gonna go nap in my chair. My
Game.
bloodstained chair.
Yes, the chairs are somewhat bloodstained from you guys mainly, I believe.
Maybe.
I feel like
right.
Echo would be dragging me along like a little child, you know, just come on, you.
Yeah, I had a similar thought.
Okay.
You're a dwarf, right? She just has like a beer on a stick.
A beer on a stick. That'd be nice. With a 26 Shroud, you see that there are a couple book covers that are intact. There are a group of book covers over in this direction that are a little bit more fancy, that look like they haven't been open in some time. They have dust on them, and it looks from a distance to be a fancier book. And specifically, let me see what the cover is made of, because it's a dwarf book. So dwarves have fancy rock
Human
covers.
skin.
No, that's the Death House. We've been there. Remember the human sack? That doesn't sound
By the way,
quite
I'm
right.
running
Yeah.
that house right now.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, before we get too far in this, my electric just went out.
That's,
So I lost internet and everything.
that's no bueno. Well, we can give it a couple minutes. Do you think it'll come back on?
It might. So we'll see. I didn't hear what you said. I found a book.
You found a book with a granite cover. I had to look and see what the cover is made of. Dwarf books can't all be paper, right? They're dwarves, so something has to be made of stone. There are a few books similar in nature. There is one big, fancy granite ledger that stands out.
And just to remind you, you do have a dwarf wizard in the party now.
So do I make out anything on the cover of this book?
True. So do you go over and pick it up?
Yes, why not?
All right. Before I answer anything, for the sake of the stream, are you gonna turn your camera back on, or should I readjust the?
No,
the squares?
I'll just leave it off because I don't know when it'll kick off if it does again. So
Give me half a sec to readjust the squares. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And there, and that's 2 under. All right. So the book has metal pages. Oh, I just accidentally switched Nexer and Shroud. Quick
You did?
fix. On the OBS stream. All right.
Oh, let me move my character back over here. I feel like we'd be back by now.
Yeah, you guys would certainly be back. All right. So the granite ledger. All right. So when you touch the book, when you take it in your hands,
Ooh, library.
you open it up. There are metal pages. And do you read Dwarvish by chance?
I do.
All right. So it is a ledger of some kind. It says Talhunder's Secrets. And as you open the book, you see 2 gigantic stone earth elementals come into being.
Oh, God.
Yay.
And if I could get everybody to roll initiative.
Hell yeah.
My turn, guys.
Oh, that's good news.
Okay, but
I
My
had
internet
one
is-
freaking spell left, man. Ugh.
I have 13 HP.
Ugh.
Woohoo!
Guess who's tanking
Wa-
this fight?
Rochester.
Ooh. All right, and Shroud, what did you get for initiative, Shroud?
Hang on, it's refreshing everything real quick. All right, so
I suppose I was going in to I see an open door, and I'm sure I would have seen some books, so that piqued my curiosity. So now that I'm in the shit again, this sucks. I'll just go ahead and call out to the rest of everyone else. Let them know the stone elementals, 2 of them.
Real
Prepare
quick,
for combat again.
Nexer, since you were there and you saw it, do me a favor and roll an insight check. Free insight check.
Plus, you carry me. That's shit.
Never mind.
Right. Wait, does it deal with stone?
Kinda yes, kinda no.
I think I have as a let me see. Oh, never mind. It's for history. Whenever I make a history check regarding stonework, I get to add stuff, but so never mind. Sorry.
Alright, so sure I pulled the right room. Cramped, you are first to go. You hear Nexer yell stone elementals.
Stone what? What's a stone elemental? I'm still half out of it. Like, I am exhausted. I walk here.
When you
here.
Is it possible to do a potion handoff while he walks by, or close to?
Opportunity handoff.
Yeah, right.
That's not
opportunity trade.
That's a very interesting question. Let me think.
It kind of would. I've heard other DMs consider something like that to be an item interaction. So I don't know if that's still like free or not.
Typically it wouldn't be a free interaction. I'm just trying to find a way to justify it being a free interaction. Especially you guys are hurt. You guys are so hurt.
So I'm still holding this book, right? Because I opened it up. These 2 earth elementals came out.
Yep.
Would it be beyond like thinking to myself that that if this was a dwarvish book and this is a dwarvish place, that they would have some way to control these earth elementals, maybe out of this book?
I will let you make an, if you're searching the book, that would be an investigation check on your turn, but it would take you an action to do it, just so you're aware.
Okay.
You as a player, you're welcome to assume that and put it into the game. It's not outside of the realm of possibilities, but to actually figure it out, that is an action and a roll.
Okay.
Ramp, what would you like to do?
Well, first of all, I sit here, and once I kind of see the earth elemental, I end up getting pissed off. Damn it, can't we just get 5 minutes of rest? Oh, damn, just more crap to deal with. Oh, let me get myself my temp HP, because I'm going to need it, maybe. Alright, HP. Enraging again. And I'm going to come up here... just share the space with Shroud and look over his shoulder at the book. And be like, what did you need? What part did you say?
I don't think it said anything. You're good. 100 secrets. That's what I said.
I can speak Dwarvish too, or I can understand Dwarvish. It's one of my languages. So,
how much
can
time
I look over his shoulder to inspect the thing?
Do you want to spend an action inspecting the book?
I do.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
Investigation. Oh, I'm so great at these. Come on. That 9.
Yeah, that -1 doesn't help at all either.
Yeah.
At first glance, it doesn't seem like there's anything helpful in the book that you can find. Not that you really have a ton of time to leaf through it right now or grab it off of him and leaf through it. It doesn't seem like it could be of too much help.
Are there any words that jump off the page, like elemental, something like that? Like, even if I don't like read the rest of it necessarily.
Even with a 9 and speaking Dwarvish, let's say that some of the things, actually, most of the things that you're leafing through are names, Dwarvish names.
With what little time I have left in my turn, I just want to like roll off some names. Just start rattling off randomly.
Okay.
And if I get any interaction from there, any kind of movement or any kind of like, interaction from the earth elementals.
Right, time for another free roll. Nexer, roll a history check, and it's not about stonework.
That's a solid 22.
He's listing off he's listing off the names of people buried in the crypt of Towland underneath. And as he lists them off, you catch them quite handily. He's reading off a list of the buried. The earth elementals do not react.
Then I just stop and just look dejected. And I guess because like I'm cramping Nexor here, I just kind of step behind him.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Echo.
So, first of all, who is absolutely wrecked? Pretty much everybody, right?
Yeah, you're the best, but that's because you're magically healed.
Okay.
I will give you a quick rundown. Framped still looks awful. You gave him, someone gave him some healing while he was sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
I
13 plus 7, 10 HP.
I would not assume that he could take a full round with the elementals right now. And as you look over to Nyx, you see that she too is extraordinarily hurt.
Okay. Where's my map? There it is. If I pop over here, can I see into the room? Are the earth elementals like obviously?
Oh yeah, they are big, and you have line of sight on the one closest to Shroud.
But they haven't proved any kind of hostility yet, right?
Initiative doesn't always mean hostility. It doesn't mean not hostility.
I feel like that's a setup for a trap.
The most I can give you, the most I'll give you right now, is they haven't taken a turn. I that's all I got.
Good enough for me.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Aura of Vitality. So it's a 30-foot emanation. And if I can go ahead and dispense the hit points on this turn, I will give it to Framped.
Yeah.
So, okay, not bad. Take another 7.
All right.
And then I'm going to look over to Valios and Erdan. I'm just going to... What do we do?
They say... Dwarf magic... Valios is scared. He looks weaker than the other. You see, Yanthadel and Nithalin have already drawn their weapons.
Okie doke. Well,
Yanthadel quickly says, bottleneck them through the door.
got it. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna stay right there next to Framped, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, so Echo, that's it. Nexer, would you like to try anything?
Yeah, but like I kind of need everybody to leave the room first.
I was gonna suggest the same thing.
So is it possible I can like urge Shroud and Nithalin out of the room, and if they actually leave, then I can take my turn then? Is that doable?
That's an interesting question.
Right.
Out of curiosity, can I ask what your plan of action is?
Yeah, I want to use Stone Shape to seal up the entranceway and then take the book out of Shroud's hands and bop him on the head with it.
That's
I would
right.
like to take the evasive action against that too.
No, you're gonna take this. You're gonna take this bop on the head, bro. You need it. You need it.
Evasive action.
I mean, Nexor just got.
I guess
pulled.
that bop in your head sort of Drow.
So, I have two thoughts. One, we could like switch you in the order of the initiative under them. Or you could just hold the action and release it if they go. You don't know the Earth Elemental's initiative, so it would be a gamble in that way. And isn't gambling fun?
Let's gamble with our lives, guys.
So wait, I say that again. The options set before.
So you don't know what the Earth Elemental's initiative is, right?
Right.
So the Earth
Right.
Earth Elementals might go before Shroud and Nithalin. We don't know. So if we could either bob down your spot, you could trade out your spot and initiative with one of them. Or you could,
I can always yank one of them from the branches. Their turn.
Can you do
if I
that
need
on?
to.
You can do that at any point during the round.
well, I'm assuming
It has to be their beginning of their turn.
I'll say this.
Okay.
If your plan is to stone seal that door and you stone seal it with them on the other side, I'm assuming the branches require line of sight.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah,
you,
Right. That's
reading
why I'm trying to wait for
comprehension.
them to leave the room, and then I can shut it behind me.
you can hold that action, and if they go before the Earth Elementals, then that plan will be viable. If the Earth Elementals go before Shroud or Nithalin, then that plan will have just one teeny tiny problem. Teeny tiny problem. It's up to you.
Yeah, we're gonna gamble.
Okay, so let's just say you hold that action. It's really just like a half step back, and you're holding Stone Shape ready to shut the door. All
I
right.
will inform them that they need to leave the room now, though, like when it's their turn, of course. But like, don't fight, don't try to cast anything. Just get the fuck out.
Okay, so next, Nyx, it's your turn to go. You heard Nexor give those instructions. What do you do?
So does that mean I have to leave the chair?
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do in this game.
He's gonna say chilling in the seat. Hell yeah.
Nyx just sits relaxed in the seats like one big nope.
Oh my
Neat.
god,
Comfy
I'm totally
chair.
a passenger princess right now.
I mean, she is only at 10 HP, so she doesn't have to do anything. She would rather save her energy until she's necessarily needed.
That's understandable. So yeah, you can just sit back in the chair. Your arms are on the sides of the chair. You are sunken into the chair as much as you can be. And it's like, maybe if I have to get up, yes, but until then, until they're in this room, nope.
No. I will take command and stay in the room.
Shroud.
Okay. I would like to coerce Nithalin to exit the room.
Nope, that's worse.
Would you like to grab? You can grab Nithalin and try to drag him.
I would not like to try to grab him.
Okay. Outside of that, you can use your action to try to convince him, or you can see if he'll do the action on his own.
I would like to see if he'll do the action on his own.
Okay. So do you slide back with the book?
Is that so? Does that take my action to do that?
No. Just basically, it would just be a movement. You still would have your action and bonus action if you wanted it. Moving back with the book is just really a movement.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to roll something to try to get him out of the room.
Okay, that's most likely a persuasion check. If you want to, you can try to grab him, but he may or may not resist, or you can try to convince him with a persuasion check.
I'm gonna try to do persuasion because if this doesn't go right, I don't want for my action dragging him out.
Do you need a boost in persuasion?
Well, I got a 16.
Okay.
As you tell him to get out, he looks at you and he tells you first.
Really?
Just good.
Figure us out, man.
All right, so I got an idea. I'm sure you've heard that before, right?
Is it a good idea? Is really the better question there.
So I want to throw ball bearings right here. Why isn't it pinging? Oh, that's why.
I saw it.
I want to throw ball bearings right here and then exit the room.
Shall I assume that you have 100 ball bearings?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Should have like 1,000, really.
I got like
in a pack.
1,000.
I know there's like 100 or 1,000. I can't remember what the measure is.
It's 1,000 in a single pack.
1,000.
All right, so the scene from Home Alone 2 with the pearls is just like scatter, 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 scatter.
Micro machines.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where we're at.
The machines are pearls.
In the first, so it's actually both. So in the second one, I like Home Alone movies. In the second one, exactly, exactly. He buys. He doesn't steal. He doesn't steal. In the first one, he accidentally steals. The second one, he doesn't. It's like progress.
Yeah, he stops and pays. He's like swindler ass, man.
And then he just scatters them on the street. You do the same thing, but with ball bearings. All right.
Wait, is one short and fat and another one fall skinny?
For them specifically, they are each big and bulky.
That's disappointing.
Earth elementals often are.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for? All right. Shroud, do you slide back or do you stay put?
Slide back as well, so.
All right, go ahead and slide behind the door. And as you slide back, you see Nithalin.
Bring your ass on through.
You see Nithalin, swords drawn, walking backwards very slowly, making sure to not turn his back, and he gets on the other side. Nexer, would you like to take one step back and stone shape the door?
Yes, there are a lot of people behind me, though.
That's fine. You have enough room to step back.
Still kind of my
I'm just gonna put myself there for now. But yeah, like, so as I also maintain visual on the elementals, and in Dwarvish I just kind of sing a traditional like lullaby, like calm, sleep, rest, something like along those lines. And
Drink your beer and go to sleep.
I cause the doorway to slowly close from like this point on back, so the walls completely like fused across all the way to the entranceway.
Okay, what's your
5 feet?
What's your spell save DC?
For this, there is no spell save DC.
No, but what is your spell save DC normally?
16.
Okay, that wall that you just built has an armor class of 16. If they try to beat it down. And
I hope they don't do that.
I'll say this. Luckily, they rolled an initiative of 1. So the plan worked.
Thank God.
I'm going to say that you don't have a line of sight on what they do. And real quick,
I use Mage Hand to smack Shroud upon the head, backside of his head. What were you thinking, dude?
As you do that, you hear a big thud against the other side of it, but it doesn't seem to budge at all yet.
We should probably
get behind me.
The wall is not as strong as a normal we should probably get the fuck out of here, guys.
All right, so let's.
And during all this chaos, I'm just gonna hand next to this book. Here, got a book for you.
Actually, so real talk. I'll tell you. In fact, to like place that book in the backpack you got earlier. I'm pretty sure you already like got most of that stuff figured out, but Nexor himself doesn't. And there is a book in there that I want to kind of look through, a different book. So if you're willing to cooperate, you could put it in the backpack, and I'll just run on out with it because I ain't playing around with these earth elementals.
So, quick curious question before you hightail it. Do you look at the book at all? Do you interact with that book, or do you just have him slide it in?
I just have him slide it in the backpack that he picked out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the party heading back to the surface?
I'm not heading out of here until everyone else is out of the room.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna take up the rear.
I moved my maximum speed right now.
Let's suspend initiative for right now. If we need to redo it, that's fine. I just need to know what's the party's next move.
You guys look.
I'm sorry. I made the wall. I know it's not as strong as it could be. So I'm ready to bounce. I have no spell slots.
Okay, out of curiosity, but where is the party's? So the party's, what's behind you is you can absolutely leave Talhundreth. You can camp out on another part. You could take the path that heads towards Gibbet's Crossing. You could leave to the surface and go the other way that leads to Gibbet's Crossing. You could. It would take you, I think, close to a week, somewhere between 3 days and a week to return all the way to Phandalin. But what's the intended destination? And more importantly, does everybody agree to go to the intended destination?
So, really quick, remind me what we're here for again, to retrieve Obelisk.
Obelisk is shard.
Right,
you
okay.
believe that there are at least 2 or 3 obelisk shards somewhere in Talhundreth, Gibbet's Crossing, and the Crypt of Talhund.
I don't think we should leave.
Yeah, it feels like a bad idea.
I, as a DM,
I
have
say
no
we stay and
opinion.
fight.
I have no opinion. I'm ready for any path you guys decide to take, just so you know.
Let's just go sleep in the kitchen.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that. I found that kitchen and it looks like there may be one door. Maybe we can bar it and then bar the other side.
Let's go camp out in the hall with Frowo.
Nexor can't go back there.
Yeah.
Well,
We can
Right.
sleep
Good
outside.
job, Nexor.
You
I
guys,
have a trespass on me over there.
yeah, Nexer might not be the most welcomed with Frowode. If I was Nexer, I would not sleep there.
I'll find some party hats for the statues. Me and Frowo will just decorate them.
Nexer, do me a favor, roll a D100 real quick. Let's be fancy.
Just real
That's a
quick,
55 or 15. I'm sorry.
you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
yes.
I just want to make sure my electric went out. So
Yep. Nexer, okay. I know 15 is noted. You guys hear another slam? Anyone that stays in hears a slam on that door. Notably, the Drow haven't left yet. If you go too far, there is an apparency that they will not follow you. They're here for a reason. They're willing to relocate out of the room. It doesn't seem like they're willing to leave Tau Hundredth yet because their mission has not been accomplished. So, what is the destination for the group?
We should probably make a decision soon, since they are actively trying to bust through the wall.
I vote we go towards the kitchen.
Why don't we just back out into the hallway? We can bottleneck them at the door to this room too.
Oops.
Yeah, that's true.
Where are you pointing?
Up by you.
No, I mean just next to the dead thing where I died.
There are a lot of dead things.
Right. Use the target thing in King where you're talking about.
That's why I'm excited to see
Right there.
and Pierce. There's like, hello.
I want to go.
Like here.
There we go. Yeah, it won't let me ping for some reason. Oh, that's
You
what.
gotta click the ping.
That's what it is. Nope.
Okay, so you're talking about bottlenecking them there. I mean, I really don't want to fight. I mean, I have nothing but cantrips right now.
I don't think we have that option.
Well, we could either retreat out, or we could go deeper in and essentially go through there. We can either go forward deeper in, or we can go out.
Well, because if they come through, but if they get through this door, there's this door over here too, where Shroud is. That leads into that kitchen.
Has anyone opened that door?
We don't know if
even
it's
locked or not.
I'm sorry.
Those
What?
could be like two separate.
Shroud, check the door, see if it's even unlocked.
What?
No, that's why they were gonna let us sleep. It should be unlocked.
They pointed that out as the bedroom that's more comfortable. Shroud, you can open it if you want.
Yeah, I'll go in and just check it out. Oh, it's just a small.
That's a tiny room. That goes nowhere.
It's
Okay.
a bedroom.
So it's either retreat, bottleneck them, or push forward. Really, that's like seems to be the only options.
Why don't Nyx and Echo will voice this? Why don't Nyx and Nexor leave? Shroud, if you want to go. And the Drow and Frampton and I will work on the elementals.
I'll hold it off.
Nexer, while you guys are talking, you feel your magical wall take damage. But it holds.
Now's the time. Nyx,
Hey.
take your 2d6.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
I'm still around here for right now. That way I can at least communicate with the party, if anything. And I'll tell, in fact, I'll do that in game and like go back and be like, guys, the wall is about to come down, literally. Like he is frantic, he is nervous, he's about to have a panic attack.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave. Sorry, guys. Where are we going next door?
I don't know. I don't want to split the party. Never plays out well in the portents that I view.
You don't have to go far. You can just go into the hallway or the next room, but I just don't want you guys to be in the middle of this.
Grant, he's going to turn to Echo and Shroud and say, "Get out of here. I got this." And I'm going to like turn to Yanthel and Nethelin and tell him, "Go keep you and keep them and your family safe. I'll be back. I'm unkillable."
Before, am I gonna have to do like an acrobatics check to do like a basic toss over?
Yeah,
like toss an item?
What item? What? No, you can just. What item are you tossing?
I'm gonna call out Framp's name to get his attention, and I'm gonna toss a potion of greater healing to him.
Okay. Anybody? Nexer,
yeah.
Real quick, just roll an Arcana check. See if you can trigger something.
Go. Come on, good roll. It's a 15.
It's not a great roll, but I'll give you a little bit for it.
Killing me, Smalls.
Roll better. Roll better.
Okay, hold on.
Roll better.
Hey, 18. Rolled better. Hey, you said to do it and I did it, so you gotta accept it.
I'm humbled. I'm humbled and pleased all in one. So, you as a wizard, especially as a dwarven wizard, you know that these kind of things don't come from or for nothing. They are normally trying to guard something.
Would it be a safe assumption, and I'm willing to roll for it if I need to, but would it be safe to assume it's about that stone book of now past dwarven names, warriors?
To me, if you have a knowledge that they are there for a purpose, it seems a logical conclusion that they would be protecting something of value like that. Do with that what you will.
How bad do you want that?
Give me that booklet. Give me that metal booklet now.
I just open the pouch and let him reach in and grab it.
Let me confirm something.
I'm done touching that damn book.
Touching things that are pretty is always a good idea in this game.
Oh, don't it's not a concentration spell. It is a cast and forget, basically. So there's no dropping it.
Nope, but they're still beating the hell out of it.
Right. Can I roll an insight, possibly at advantage? Just asking, and don't ask, don't receive, but possibly to see if that is the right move.
See if returning the book is the right move.
Yeah, to like ward off their initial aggressions.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight with advantage.
Nix, you have
21. Thank you.
I'm gonna
not an 8, 21.
It's weird. Like on the encounters thing, I can see the advantage roll. I can see it's a 21. The maps thing has somehow gotten worse with the roller, and you can only see the first roll.
I think Beyond needs to do some patching.
Beyond needs to get its act together. It's like I like the simplicity of the tool, and I really like the encounter tool. However, However,
Get good.
so 21.
Mm-hmm.
So you get more with the 21. So the insight you get, this entire place is dedicated to Dumathoin, the dwarven god of secrets, and traps like this are meant to hurt any outsider attempting to steal this knowledge or deface it in any way. Traps like this aren't triggered by those who would show themselves to be faithful. At least traditional dwarvish wards, especially around religions, would operate somewhere around that fashion.
And Nexor's the only one that realizes this?
He can pass it on. I mean, Nexor's kind of like connecting the dots. Because, okay, he's thinking magic book, magic ward, and he's calling on the dwarvish knowledge with that insight check. Anybody, one, he's welcome to share it. Or two, anybody's welcome to roll for it.
As a player, I'm not following. I feel slow. Because like I heard every word, but like I'm like, wait, what?
To summarize, the traps aren't for the faithful; they're for outsiders.
But only the faithful of Dumathoin.
Yes, typically. Not Nyx. Echo, roll an insight check.
24.
Typically, priests of various gods do things like wear holy symbols or clothing or other accoutrement that indicate they are of this sector, of this worship, of this god. So you would connect the dots that if there was a way for you to show your connection to that, these things may or may not attack you. Certainly less likely to attack you.
Okay.
And with the 24, you remember that you picked up something at the vault.
Yes. Okay. Cool. So I am going to reach out for the book, and just give me that. And then I'm going to fish out the statue of Dumathoin, and I'm going to put it on top of the book, and I'm going to tell everybody else to get back.
And as you do, that entire wall that he had built, and just so you know, the 15 was the health you were giving the door. For a D100, quite low.
I know, right?
That wall is now breached, and the earth elemental is standing there.
All right, so I'm just gonna stay like wall moving back for sure.
So let me ask you this: Did he move while we was outside? Evidently did. So I think I need for the ball bearings.
Oh, take a look at the ball bearings. They are crushed under this giant 500, 600 pound magical elemental.
No, I'm joking.
Like putting pennies on a railroad track.
Yeah, it's this thing. Your ball bearings are quite squashed. But you did hear several thuds against that door, so he's been beating on it for a second. It did take a second for it to break. So before we resume initiative order, Echo, did you want to try something?
Yeah, I'm going to see how do I do this. I'm gonna cradle the book, and I'm gonna hold up the amulet or the statue, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna stand there, and I'm gonna say stand down, I've come to return what's yours.
Okay.
Can I give her assistance in this as I speak Dwarvish and know more about Dwarven custom?
Real quick, do you go into the room, Echo?
No, I'm at the door.
It doesn't seem to move. He doesn't. What does a big rock boulder monster seem hostile? He doesn't seem to aim anything towards you.
He's just staring at her, basically.
Yeah, he just broke down the door. He doesn't seem like he wants to hurt Echo at the moment. Everyone else, fair game though.
Everyone move away from the doorway, please. Pretty please. Like, telling the whole party and all the Drow. Okay,
the Drow slide over.
I was gonna say, like, I'm gonna start moving everyone's tokens for them.
Only if they agree to it.
Like a couple of steps, like two steps
back up into the corner and see how this plays out.
Yeah.
But
I'm right here. I'm giving it space, but
Right,
I would say probably, Fram, you should step like further towards the edge of the other tile, just to create enough space so that you're not like right up with us while we're trying to save our lives. No, like this way. Like, so you can still be close enough to us, like do what you want to do, but like for the sake of keeping these things from mashing us to I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
My original plan was taking out the axe with the removable rod on it and jam it in there.
I'm sorry. I'm a little too fucked up right now. I think more of me is coming out through my character. My bad.
That's fine. Echo, do you proceed in? Do you stand there? Ramp, do you try to the immovable rod?
I'm just gonna be behind. I'm behind Echo, like directly behind her, with like a hand on her shoulder and my axe in the other hand. Like, just waiting for like the first instance of any kind of hostile movement. I also like prepared to just kind of like pull Echo like behind me should something happen.
Okay. And Echo, do you proceed with Ramp's hand ready to help you?
Yes. I'm gonna kind of give him a glance over my shoulder and say, "You got my back?"
Do you step into the room?
Yes.
As you do, it steps away to give you room to enter.
I'm gonna look back at Nithalin, and I'm gonna ask him where exactly this book came from.
He says, "Ask the hooded guy. He was over there in the corner rummaging through books."
Didn't I also see him take it? Because like I had just run down there before this whole thing popped off.
You might have.
Okay.
It was like initially somewhere around here in my mind.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna tell everybody, stay out of the room. I will scream if something happens.
That is true.
And I'm gonna take another step in.
Okay, you step in. They don't get in your way at all as long as they can see that holy symbol.
Okay. I'm going to slowly walk over here. And I'm going to try and look for the exact place where the book was, and I'm going to put it back.
Make an investigation check for the exact place.
Oh, I don't like investigation checks.
They're so good, though.
3.
There's a slot. There's a lot of slots. You could also be on top. Might have been on the ground. Really could have been anywhere.
Yeah. I don't suppose I can look for like impressions in the dust where something used to be. Are there too many of those?
Roll a perception check. Shroud's footsteps are kind of dusty walked. Nah.
Can I give her advantage or some like help since I rolled my own 15 on perception?
Do you want to come into the room and test your luck?
No, I'm already on her bad side.
Echo, you can't quite find the exact spot that this came from. It's uncertain whether that specifically matters or not.
Okay.
I'll yell to Nexor and tell him where exactly I got it from. That way he can relay the message.
You said a little more to the left.
Okay.
Set
I'm gonna
yourself.
hold up the book. I'm gonna show it to them with the idol in my hand. And I'm gonna place it back as carefully as I can.
As it's back on the bookshelf, they sink back into the ground.
Oh, thank God.
Would anybody else like to touch anything?
Guys.
I'll run in and kick the fucking book.
I will end you right now. Roll a new character.
You see a stone hand come up, give a stone middle finger. It only has 3, right? But the middle one comes up as Framp comes into the room and just turns and like, ah.
Oh my God. Drow, we need to have a talk, buddy.
Echo, real quick, can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Well, I said that with
The ball bearings.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Poor Echo. I can't help you.
No, I used Mage Hand to clear a path. Fuck that.
He just
Cracks her head
it
up
away.
Yeah, I just start sweeping in front of her like.
Even with that, a one's going to find that one stray ball bearing and just right on your butt.
Trip over the mage hand.
No damage, just damaged
unforgiving.
pride, really. It's just damaged pride, but you fall on your butt.
I'm gonna take 10 minutes to collect the ball bearings to make it a safe work environment.
Okay, how many ball bearings did you start with?
1,000.
Ooh. Roll a percentile dice, aka a D100.
D100. Where's okay? Roll.
57% of your ball bearings are smashed.
Okay.
Damn.
I'll take back 43% of them then.
You have 43%.
430.
Yeah, you have 43% of the 1,000, which is still a sizable number. Poor Echo.
How many ball bearings is that?
430.
Damn.
Which is still a sizable number.
So yeah, while you're picking up your ball bearings, I definitely am going through that pack of yours to make sure there's no other like freaky deaky items, man.
The other book's empty.
How about we all just go to bed before we touch anything else?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Night, guys.
let's try that.
I have identify and detect magic ready to go as rituals.
Actually, I'm still angry. I want to go fight something.
You killed
Pick
everything.
a fight with.
I mean, there's probably something
There's
left.
5 Drow here.
There's
getting real low.
There's always something left alive here.
I'm trying
Let's
to
see.
convince him
I mean, I
that he
can-
killed everything. Take a break. We need a break.
Thanks, Echo, for the help.
Right.
This is gonna go sit right here, and I'm gonna pull out the sunblade and look at everybody in the room, and then I'm gonna lay it across my lap
It's
and
murder.
spend some time with it before bed.
I think she's threatening us, y'all.
I'm just laying against the wall, kind of looking at my daggers and swords and sharpening them like nothing happened. Like I didn't fuck up.
I'm in this.
Call to Nyx and
I'm in this king size bed.
Cramp just
I'll
stretches
call Nyx
out.
and Celestial and tell her it's safe to come back in.
I was about to ask, is it was safe to go back to my seat?
Oh, I teleported. Didn't mean to do that.
Echo, you are a wisdom-based caster, right? What happened to his nose?
What?
What?
Oh, did you hear him
What?
talking about Wendy in the background?
I heard nose. Something happened to his nose.
Yeah, my dog bit his nose. Not on purpose.
Did he deserve it?
She does that to everyone when she gets a little playful.
Oh, that's sweet. Echo, can you make a wisdom check at disadvantage?
You sure it's not a saving throw?
Was it a saving throw last time? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. It's just higher for me.
Let's go ahead and start with the check.
Oh, 13. The other one was really good.
Okay, so as you focus on the Sunblade, your family Sunblade, which has given you visions in the past, you feel somewhat disconnected from it, but you can force a connection. And as you do, you get a quick, fleeting glimpse of somebody coming through a tree line and seeing smashed barricades. You have quick flashes of bodies, and this is like worse than a dream. You can't fully focus, but you see ogres laying around the barricade. You look over, you see some drow on the wood line dead. And whoever this is, you see them carrying out what you know is some kind of rites for the fallen, and they do the monsters and the drow, and then you have flashes of inside the barricade a pile of bodies, and there are rites for them. You see one specific dead tiefling that you remember. There are quick flash of rites for her, and in the distance you can see a hillside with a cave, and then suddenly that vision ends and the blade disconnects from you. But the blade feels very different. The connection feels very different from the first time. Almost like it doesn't fully recognize who you are anymore.
Awesome.
Does anybody else do anything during this period right before the rest?
Yeah, so I take the other pillow and I like start cuddling with it, like, like curling up. And little significant drool, I'm bleeding on this bed, but D&D rules, so my wounds are starting to heal.
It is D&D rules. Wounds heal rather quickly overnight.
All it takes is some sleep.
Nexer, do you do anything?
How long does it take to write a scroll again?
A spell scroll?
Yes.
Oh, a significant amount of time. What are you trying to so a spell scroll, transcribing a spell there's the material cost and the time cost. And the higher the spell level, the longer and higher the cost. They aren't meant to be written quickly. They are very carefully and precisely done endeavors where even the smallest of mistakes could cause failure on the spell. So you have to consider the time and consideration that goes into something like that.
I'll be right back, guys.
We'll be right back.
I think. You know what? Let me see real quick. I want to ritual cast divination, but I still need to think about a specific question.
Okay.
So that I'm not leaving you guessing.
So go ahead and think about that real quick. Shroud, do you do anything? Nix, do you guys want to do anything? Or go ahead.
I wanna take that backpack and give it back to Valius, and then just tell him that his brother Yanthradel told me that it was his, and he was pursuing his goals or whatever in life.
He will thank you, and for returning the backpack, if you don't have a point of heroic inspiration, please take a point of heroic inspiration. And Shroud, no. Yep, mark the heroic inspiration. You can re-roll any one die you want with that heroic inspiration. Nix, do you do anything?
No, I think I'm just gonna sit here and rest.
Okay, so everybody, Nexer, take your time and feel free to ask me the question. We can say that you spent the time to ritual cast it, and when you think of the question that you want to ask, just let me know. No need to pause for it. Go ahead and do your new portent dice with the long rest, right?
Yes.
And everybody, please go ahead and click that wonderful long rest button, which has been a long time coming.
Yes. My God, what are you doing to it?
I feel like we could go 3 more battles without taking another long rest.
I can. I need to go and change my spells. Ooh, I remember.
All right, and level 8.
Okay, so change prepared spells. No, level 8. No, you can't have 2 level 8 characters.
Fine, level 9.
You can make I give you permission to make your paladin in the other game level 9. And if they give you any shit, tell them I said it was okay.
Brother, there might be a paladin in this game eventually.
we had one a long time ago, Nesvin.
Yeah.
I
Been
know.
for a minute.
Really quick, you guys. Echo, your Sunblade is magical, and Frampt, you are currently using Grum's +1 Great Axe, right?
Yes.
Drow, you don't have any magic weapons, do you?
Nope.
Okay. But what do you use primarily? A bow? Or
Short swords.
okay. Alright.
Or daggers.
What you thinking, Nexer?
Say again, I'm sorry?
What you thinking? Magic weapon?
I'm swapping out Dragon's Breath for magic weapon.
Okay.
And Stone Shape for a Phantasmal Killer.
Oh, Phantasmal Killer's a good spell.
Oh, I forgot. Can I look at that book in that pouch that he gave back to the Drow person, like before he gives it back?
No,
It was an empty ledger book. It was empty.
All right,
It was an empty ledger book?
It was
Or
like a
was it
blank
empty?
book.
Is it because you can't read it, or is it because it's empty?
The one with the granite cover was the ledger with the names. That's the book we put back.
Right.
Anything else
Right.
is
That other
really
book, though.
anything else is really just religious ephemera.
So there's no like spells in it or like hidden magic or magic hiding a message in it type of thing?
No. If you would have searched there through the night, let's say no. That you wouldn't have found anything.
Okay, never mind that.
Yeah, I think it was more just to kind of write a journal or write his notes out.
Oh, that would explain the calligrapher supplies. Yeah,
right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that book. No, yeah, that's just a fancy writing book.
Yeah, this is my first wizard in a long time, and I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, I can copy spell. Hey DM, throw some spell books my way. So I'm like checking books all the time now.
That's true, but it also takes time to copy things into your book too. Remember,
And
for the same
and
reason,
I
right? The littlest deviation from the spell can cause catastrophic failure.
I had Yan Thriddell check it too, and there wasn't anything magical in it. It was just
very plain, very mundane. All right, so the party is good. The Drow, the Drow, Yanthadel, and Nithalin, will tell you that they'll accompany you to their father if you agree to help convince him to come back with them.
we can certainly
Sure,
try.
sounds like one less cultist.
All right, does the party want to proceed?
And with that, I've actually thought of my question.
Yeah, what do you got?
So, having seen, with Grum being a statue by the time he arrives, and Echo legitimately dying before coming back unexplicably, Bram's having some kind of death wish for whatever reason. I feel like Nexor would be seeking an answer along the lines of is going deeper through in. Okay, so essentially the question is it wise, is it worth it to continue going through deeper into these caverns, searching for the shards that we are searching?
Let me look at the exact wording of divination. The spell puts you in contact with a god or a god's servant. You ask one question about a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. The DM offers a truthful reply, evil spell, which might be a short phrase or cryptic rhyme. The spell doesn't account for circumstances that might change the answer, such as casting of other spells. Alright, so the question is it worth it going into...
So given the overall mission set forth that given to the party essentially, with that being bared in mind, is it worth, in the overall grand scheme, continuing deeper through these caverns, searching for the shards that they are?
To whom?
Or should we move on to something like more important?
To whom does Nexor ask? Do you have a specific divinity in mind? Or is this just a general divinity question? Actually, you know what? I'm sorry, you're in the place of Dumathoin. I think it only appropriate for Dumathoin to answer.
Go for it.
So, Nexor, as you ask, instead of a short phrase or a cryptic rhyme, Your vision goes black for a moment, and you are suddenly floating high above Phandalin. And there with you is a dwarf with a long beard, and his face is almost cherub-like in nature. And he points down to the city of Phandalin below, and then he points out to what looks like to be a black obelisk shattered into pieces. And he holds out his hand. And as he's pointing below, you see a mass of tentacles that look like the tentacles from mind flares everywhere below in the city. And as one of the obelisk shards come to him, it is separated from the obelisk. Some of those you can see just disappear. And as he holds out his hand for a second piece, more of them disappear. And as a third piece comes, more of them still disappear. And there are still the tentacles of mind flayers below you, but with the removal of each obelisk shard, that lessens, and he closes his hand, and as he does, you are back in the room with your friends.
Nexor gives a very hard visual, visible shudder, as if it was like a cold chill running up and down his spine.
How do you pass that on to your friends, or do you?
I don't.
Okay.
But I will need a favor from you later on, if you don't mind.
All right, but I'll draw you a picture of Phandalin filled with tentacles, but...
No, real talk, I got so consumed I forgot to take my notes on it, so if you wouldn't mind later just sending me a quick message to put on there later on.
That's fine. I'm slightly behind getting these up on YouTube with the extra delayed, or I might have sent you to that part of the thing. That way I could get me precious watch time. All right. How would the party like to proceed? Video game logic, you are all much better and not near death.
So, we have to go down to the doors by the statue, right?
Have to is a strong word. There is a path forward there.
Yeah.
Does the party want to endeavor in that direction?
Well, so
I'm game.
let's hurry up and get through this place and get out of here.
I agree. Let's hurry and get through this place.
This has been a deadly place.
Indeed.
Yep. Echo distractedly get up, get ready, wait for everybody else to wake up. And
That reminds me, Echo, how did you come back? Why are you here? Why are you back? Now that I'm not lightheaded from blood loss.
I don't know. I remember the fight, and I remember the little creatures on me, and then I remember waking up. I don't know. There's and she kind of glances down at the sunblade. I don't know. I don't think I'm quite the same though. I guess we'll find out.
Well, you still look like our Echo.
That she does.
I guess it's better than being dead.
A whole lot better than being dead. We much like you here.
Yep. Will die on us again. Who will heal us?
An
We'd
image,
be up a creek without a paddle.
an image of Tobin pops in your mind real quick as you ask who will heal us. And a familial connection.
Pretty much.
Where is that lucky rabbit's foot when you need it?
Oh, he's having his own adventures in the Feywild right now.
Making
Okay.
little
I
baby
have a whole
Tobins.
story setting up for
Many baby Tobins.
At this point,
like rabbits.
He's got a lot of them.
Okay, does the party
At
want
this point, it's like a West March Hare group, formal West March Hare group.
There you go. Each hex is a different hair. Does the party? How would the party continue on? Do you guys have a marching order in mind? Nithalin and Yanthdel are joining you guys, unless you object.
Nope. I am motivated, and I am taking the lead.
About how long would you say it would have been, though, between initially waking up and now moving on out? About the same real world time it's been?
Well, that's really more of a decision for you guys. How much time after waking up would you guys spend stretching, eating, and talking?
Anyone have anything to do first? I mean, if you got something to do.
Well, I mean, it's not something like specific. Like, it would have been something I would have done if we already had the time. So that's why I'm asking, like, if the party would have spent about an hour or so, then I would have been ritual casting. If not, then I wouldn't have bothered. You feel me?
We can hang out for an hour. You got to do some prep time, some ritual stuff.
Yeah, Echo can keep busy for an hour. Eating, staring at the sunblade.
Okay. Then I would have cast Find Familiar for an hour and 10 minutes, and it would be an owl. It would be in an owl shape.
Okay. Remind me of how your Find Familiar works. Is it it's a Fey owl, correct? Or is it a different kind?
They are, let me see. You gain the service of a familiar, a spirit that takes an animal form you choose. I chose owl. Appearing in an unoccupied space within range. The familiar has statistics of a chosen form, though it is a celestial, fey, or fiend, your choice.
You want it to be a fiendish owl?
No, I wanted to come off celestial because I feel like I'm in the presence of one, so it should suit as such.
That is very nice of you to say about Echo and Nyx. They are very celestial players.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's going to have the stat blocks of an owl.
Yeah, it acts independently, but obeys commands, telepathic communication while within 100 feet. As a bonus action, I can see through its eyes and hear what it hears.
There you go. Here's
and I gain the benefits of any special senses it has.
Okay, so it doesn't seem to have many. It doesn't seem to have many.
Right. I already had dark vision.
But you have. Here you go, pet owl.
Yay!
Very squishy. Very squishy owl. Okay. Ooh, it acts independently of you. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
What's the party's order through that door? Or does the party go through that door?
What the fuck?
I'm gonna turn and look at Shroud and be like, hey, you want to make sure nothing's gonna jump out and bite us the moment we touch the door?
Yeah, I'll go check around the door and for traps and whatnot.
All right. Roll an investigation check for traps and potentially whatnots.
You know what?
That's a 9.
No, you don't hear much. There's also sound on the other side of the door, but with a 9, you can't. Did you roll a disadvantage? Okay.
I rolled that
advantage.
I got advantage, but I got -1.
Okay. No, with a 9, you can't detect any traps.
Looks good. Looks clear, Framp.
I enthusiastically on this.
All right, do you kick down the door? Or open the door enthusiastically?
Door. Yep.
Shit.
All right, so first official text. Standing in the circle in the middle of this room are 4 hooded figures praying in low, indiscernible voices. The north and south walls of this room bear 4 stone basins beneath metal spigots. The northwest spigot is broken and choked with fungus, and it drips murky water into the basin. The other basins are dry. And you see Ianthel step up and say, "Father, it's time to come home." And Anthrax steps forward and says, "I will do no such thing." What does the party do?
Should listen to your son.
My
He
son
just loves you and cares about you.
My son knows nothing. He should have joined me here, in the shards. You can
The
join
shards
me,
are gonna get you killed.
and we will rise again, stronger than before, better than before. Come, I will show you. He waves you in.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm gonna look at Yenthdel and be like, I'm not sure this man is your father anymore. Does he look like Millennia?
He looks like a drow version of a humanoid mutate. His eyes have that sickly green glow. His skin, drow gray, is now somehow sickly and pale. His hair is fraying, and he seems to have wings on his back. And he's motioning you in, and he says, "Come, we'll talk. I'll show you what it is to be a member of the cult, and you may join us." He steps back
That's a
and he
hard
motions
no.
you in.
I'm gonna put a hand on Yenthdell's shoulder. And I'm gonna ask what he wants us to do. Because anytime we've encountered a being that looks like this, it hasn't ended well. I'm gonna look at the body of the one just behind us. I don't know how to fix this. There's only one thing I can try, and it's not really made for this.
He says, "One way or another, we must bring him home."
That I can help with.
If possible, unconscious is better. If no other choice, a burial is a burial. Unless you come home, Father. He aims the last part inside. And Anthrax says, "If you come, we can talk." He tries to motion the group in one more time.
I'm gonna give Yanthil a little nod. I'm with you.
All right. What is the party's intent?
It's your father. I will follow your lead.
Yep.
I am going to gauge everyone else's reaction this time.
Question. How persuasive are these creatures?
No, I think the better question is how persuasive are you?
Ooh.
What do you want?
Yeah.
They seem intent on getting you. They seem intent on getting you to come in.
Okay. And remind me again, who is Yanthil's father? Which one?
Onthrix is the one that has been talking, and he's been the one that has been indicated as the father.
Okay.
It's might be quite hard to imagine that anyone that looks like that could be a father, but apparently he is. He, as the name suggests, he is quite far from humanoid at this point.
Could I try to persuade him?
You can certainly try. Who am I to say no to such endeavors?
Okay.
You gotta roleplay it though, homie. What you persuade? How you persuade?
Yeah, so I think I would look at him, you know, yeah, there's power here, but there's power in being with your family as well. I do not have a family anymore, but if I could be with them, I would.
He holds out his hand and he says, "Be with us."
No.
Give yourself.
It's like this. It's like the
We
prophet,
are your
Dom Toretto
family.
says. Family.
Can I roll a persuasion check to see if I can?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
I like rolling. You like rolling.
Rolling is fun.
And that's a 7. That ain't gonna do anything.
His hand is still out. He might be more convincing than you. Who knows? Join him.
I want to know what Nix was trying to do with persuasion, though.
Yes.
Where are we trying to go with that?
Nix, what was your
Well,
intention? What do you want to do? You want to join the cult?
I don't want to join the cult,
One
but I was
of
thinking
us.
I was thinking. No, not one of us.
One of
You
us.
can be one of us. One of us. Meaning be with us.
He'll motion you in to talk if you want to come in.
That I don't know if I want to do yet. But still a little scaredy cat. I was gonna try to
Come, we'll show you our leader. Come, you'll love it.
We all float down here.
I think that you would like our family because some of your family is already with us.
He looks around. My family is here. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. You can see if you can have any effect on him.
I thought you were about to say roll initiative. Just getting ready.
Onthrix starts to come, and he approaches Yanthil, and he holds out his hand to him, and in a gesture saying, "Come, take." And as he does, their hands connect. You see a surge of energy shoot from Onthrix into Yanthidil.
Fuck.
And Yanthidil takes a good bit of damage as his hand jerks back from his father. Now roll initiative.
What a
And
douchebag.
Yeah,
there it is.
it's almost like he's an evil monster.
Bad. Oh, 2 4s. That's awful.
No, I chose
Oh,
the
wow.
right die.
Nix, that's worse.
I know.
And remember, this doesn't always transfer advantage, right? So if anybody has advantage, just let me know. It might not enter it in properly.
I had advantage and I rolled a 19.
Okay, 19 showed. Framp, I have a 6 for you.
Yep.
All right. I am just going to put the owl with your initiative, Nexer. It's the easiest that way.
I agree.
It can go after you. I debated asking for a roll, but incidentally enough, the Drow Elite Warriors go first. Yanthdil will take his short sword and try to stab into his father. This is a weird Oedipus play. And hits. And he tries the second one. Hits. Okay, so there are 2 stabs quick into Ontharix. B-R-A. And Nithilin comes up on the side and stands there, and he doesn't attack, he just says, "Father, please stop." And next is Nexer.
Okay.
Fireball the room.
Okay. Alright, so I am going to stay where I am currently at. I'm going to raise my tentacle rod. And I'm going to launch some tentacles at Ontharix. These are going to be +9. So first one is going to be, well, +9 is 21.
Alright.
The second one will be 18 +9, so 21. I think I got that wrong.
27, but it's fine. Either way,
Yeah. Sorry, I had a whole bad brain part. Okay. And the second one will be a 16.
Alright.
So do all 3 hit or just 2?
All 3 hit. It's psychic damage, right?
Yes. Well, hold on. It's psychic damage. That is going to be 4, 5, 6, and 12 psychic damage. And he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
What's the rod's DC?
15.
He makes it with a 23. And
Okay.
I want you to specifically see something. As those tentacles hit him, he takes his tongue and he starts licking them. It seems like he's enjoying them. Just for your visual image. It doesn't
Can
seem...
we call it a night now? You just fucked me over, bro.
just out of curiosity. Why on that image is the image you want to end on?
Because I wasn't prepared for it this time. If I was in the right headspace, it wouldn't have been no issue. You gotta let me ease into that shit, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're taking out the tentacle whip
You went
rod.
from 0 to 100 like that.
You're taking out the tentacle whip rod. He's enjoying it.
Okay, so he still takes all that damage. He's not restrained, lucky bastard.
It doesn't seem like it really hurt him. Or at least it doesn't hurt him that much.
Oh, he's got psychic resistance. Great. Well, if that first hit, psychic don't work, fire usually does, right?
No, one can guess.
Yeah. As a bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and scritch the back of my celestial owl's head, and a little yellow glow is gonna shine on the spot that I touched. And the owl is going to fly. Hold on, where's? Okay, so that'll be here. So the owl is going to fly over here, which is 30 feet. And it's going to unleash Dragon's Breath. And it is going to...
The only problem is your owl can't attack.
It can deliver a touch spell, though.
Can it deliver a touch spell? Well,
This has been discussed a lot. Familiar can deliver Dragon's Breath.
Well, the problem is, so the touch part is you touching the owl. And that gives the owl the ability to use the fire as an attack action. Like if you were to give it to Frampt, right? Say if you give it to Frampt or Nyx, they can use. It's a magic attack action which they can use to unleash that spell. Let me look at. I still have Find Familiar up. Phase your commands. Yeah, because at its heart, that's not supposed to be able to be turned into like a huge big bomb. So specifically, let me read specifically Dragon's Breath to double check. You touch one willing creature, choose ask from supposed spell, and the target takes a magic. Well, is a magic the same as an attack action? Let me have an internal debate. If
We're
any,
all filled with internal debates.
Yeah, but that's the part of the fun of this game is you get to have quick internal debates.
I have a question. Is his Dragon's Breath a lot like my Dragon's Breath when I used it on Frampt?
Yep.
Same
spell.
Same spell, yes.
They say it's allowed because it's not an attack. There's no attack roll required. They need to make dex saves.
Yes.
It's the
and familiars are able to deliver touch-related spells, which Dragon's Breath is.
It's an interesting quandary.
I mean, I don't understand the mechanics of it, but I didn't look the gift horse in the mouth when I seen it accept it all from like every other source that I don't know by name. There's so many that I went through. But yeah, the general consensus is that yes, I find familiar can deliver touch spells that are not like attack.
Huh. The most
like attack rolls.
So the interesting part is the attack action. Is that it does say specifically the attack action, and this is a magic action. So one more quick search on Google. A action 5e. This is a very interesting question. Finally, when you cast a spell, can deliver the spell and cast the spell. And you must use its reaction to deliver the spell when you cast it. Whew. There's a lot of D&D lawyer rolling going on here with this. I'm intrigued. I am absolutely intrigued, and I know you're all like, make a decision, damn it.
Take your time.
I kind of want to see the owl do some dragon's breath, depending on which one he picks.
Yeah. Make him fly in a circle while he does it.
Yeah. Exorcist, vomit, whatever one you want.
Brent, go up
It has
and
to
break
be
that
in
bird's neck as he's...
And it has to be in a circle around it.
Puts that bird's neck around as he's
So, if he does let me, it can only be a 15-foot cone. I can't do a circle.
It must be within
Well, if he
100
twists his neck around, he can aim
100
it.
feet of you, and
Or aim it.
True.
Now,
I am truly intrigued. This is
heard someone say rule of cool.
the problem with roll of Kroll? The roll of, I like that. The roll of Kroll. Ooh, that's a good name. That's a good name.
I was gonna say, if you don't let me do this, it would be rule of cruel in that instance.
I thought we have established that I am a cruel DM.
We have, but we don't need to always re-establish it.
So let's say this. With the ability to prevent this from happening in the future, let's go ahead and go with it now, and then we can think on it later, and we can determine if this is a one and only or a continuous possibility. Cause this is like supercharges how powerful. This is like super duper charges how powerful the stuff is. But for now,
if you really think about it, Find Familiar is kind of not really useful without it. Like it only allows you to go 100 feet from it before it goes away, so you can't use it to deliver a message like effectively. What else would you use it for? I haven't seen any use for it, honestly.
Scouting. It can use the help action. It can try to be used to help persuade people towards a certain goal. And anything. So it does have more uses than just that, including in combat. But let's. What is it gonna spit out at him?
Well, if they well, they still have to make their dex saves, but I think I'm gonna go with lightning damage. It's gonna be eight lightning.
I'm assuming you're aiming for the 2 and not the 1.
Excuse me, correct.
Alright, Dex, what's the save DC? First one closest to you gets a 20. The one in the back. Yeah, it's a 23. I'm assuming both save, so it's probably half damage.
Yeah, they take that.
Okay. So.
And then now it's gonna fly on back.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
Okay, 8 damage, cut in half. Alright.
I do want to say real quick though, like I'm concentrating on Dragon's Breath, so is it just that one round you were saying it's good for, or just this combat?
So until the spell ends, you attack. You can take magic action to exhale a 15-foot cone. Each creature within that. It doesn't necessarily say that it ends after one usage.
Yeah, it says it's concentration up to a minute for the duration. But I know you're kind of like iffy on the whole familiar Dragon's Breath right now. So that's why I want to clarify if it's just around or the combat.
We decided that it can currently use it. So I mean, No, it's in play. The decision's made. It's in play for right now. We can like super think about it deep later. No, decision's in play. At least for this session, it can play out like that without any issue.
Okay.
It just seems like super duper powerful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. That's your turn and the owl's turn and Shroud.
All right. So, I'm going to move up to here.
All right, you step into the room.
By his father. And can I do non-lethal attacks against this guy? Or is that something that's specific?
So the non-lethal attacks, you can do that. You basically, in order to knock him unconscious, you need to reduce him to 0, and basically the last hit has to be non-lethal damage.
Oh.
Basically,
okay.
you're knocking him unconscious instead of killing him, which
Correct.
is an option if you can get him down to that point.
Okay. Well, I am going to I'm going to attack him with my short sword. Well, I'll have my sneak attack damage after I roll.
Yeah, you do have allies within 5 feet, so it'll be a normal roll and hopefully damage to follow.
13 hit.
Is not enough, so the first hit misses. That's your main hand attack. You can combine the second attack into a single attack using the Nick property.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Which also misses. But you have now closed into the room. Do you try to back out? Go in further? Do you join the cult? Join the cult.
Hell no. I'm gonna. So if I move away now, does that provoke an opportunity attack, or is that just when it's outside my turn?
As a rogue, if you left now without disengaging, it would get an opportunity attack. However, as a rogue, you combine both of your attacks into one with the mastery. You can use your bonus action as a cunning action to disengage and not take an action. Yeah, cunning action is a very cunning action is a very helpful thing.
I didn't know
rogues.
if I just darted in, attacked him, and then darted back out without. But yeah, I'll disengage obviously, and I'm gonna move kind of over here this time.
Okay.
And now in my turn.
Right, Echo.
Okay. I would like to. I'm gonna look at Yansdell and I'm gonna ask him, are you sure you're okay with this turning into a combat?
You see the injury he has, and he looks at you and he doesn't answer. And he just aims the sword at his father again.
Okie doke, good enough for me.
I love a man that knows what he wants.
I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Yes.
15-foot range or longer.
15 feet.
Okay, and wisdom save. So, wisdom save from Onthrix. It will fail with a 9.
Nice.
How much damage are we talking?
I'm actually gonna sit up here next to Yansdell too.
Let's say it'll catch Harley as well.
11.
Because that seems like it's just 15 feet, right? So we'll do Harley as a wisdom save as well. She'll fail, so they'll each take 11 damage. Ooh. I just hit the wrong combination of buttons. He was suddenly very, very weak. Okay, anything else?
Or something.
Look and you shall find.
No, that's it for now.
Okay, and ramps.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and rage. I'm like, I just want to hurry and get out of this place.
Don't forget your
Damn
HP.
Hold. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. 7 bonus, and now I'm gonna reckless attack her. Or him.
Could be, by the time you're done, it could be anything. 20 hits.
Dirty 20.
Okay, 16
16 damage.
And you have
Second
your
damage.
rage activated, right, in the thing, so that adds in the rage damage bonus.
Yep.
Okay. So you cleave into him good. His shoulder is just caving under your weight, but he's still alive. Bloodied, but alive. His wings spread out. Almost like Echo's does, but in a much more dark, bat, evil kind of way.
I'm gonna swing again, aiming for those wings.
Let's see if you can clip them.
26.
26 hits.
Alright, 11 slashing damage.
He is quite hurt, but his wings are not fully clipped. You do take a slash along the line of one of the cartilage-like appendages that the wings spread from, and you do put a huge gash in it. Framp, anything else?
Other than when it's his turn, most likely I'm probably going to use the branches of the tree. I'm just warn you on that. But no, I think I'm just going to try and kind of insert myself between Echo and Ontharix a little bit, and just kind of I'm trying to like swap us, but it's tight. Just kind of like shove Echo a little bit, so
I'm gonna say you can't fully
like,
shove her
being
out
very-
of the way of like his range, right? Because you can't like unless you have
no,
a
no,
way
no,
to
it's
do
more
it.
like
Interpose yourself
it's more
between
like
the
a
two.
like a scoot. Yeah.
Okay, it's Echo is still in his range, so just so you're aware.
Yeah, it's more for role playing and effect. He's got like the protected big brother thing now, especially after all that.
Okay,
So now that's my turn.
and his turn is next, actually. So Ontharix.
then
Yep, you want to pull? Ontharix is already close to you, right? So,
it's more like I want to reduce his movement to 0.
all right. He is currently licking Nexer's tentacles. Just so you're aware.
Well, they
So he's
wouldn't
not
be
moving.
stuck
Alright,
on
well.
him, would
Oh,
they?
do they not? Does that weapon not stick if it doesn't? If he makes the spell?
Yeah, no. So
Oh.
they hit him, but like he fended off the restraining
Okay.
property, so
Okay.
they're not like wrapped around him or anything.
Yeah. Do you want to?
Freaky motherfucker, goddamn.
They all have been. Your encounters with these mutates have all been along that line. If you didn't expect that, that is on you, sir.
I know, shame on me, right? Should have known.
Framp, do you want him to make a strength saving throw?
In case he flies away, yeah, DC 14. Actually, no, I don't. If he fly away, I'll just get an opportunity. to get opportunity attacks. No, I don't.
Okay. He doesn't seem interested in flying away. So it looks like he lashes out at the Drow. And he'll miss once.
Terrible father.
Yeah. People who run from their family and join cults often are. He doesn't hit. But what rises up behind him, you see bat wings spread. As Charles suddenly flies over, and you hear the other say, "Kill the caster and the damn bird before he flies back."
No, motherfuckers! I'm too squishy for that. I'm too squishy for this.
This is first towards the owl. 14 to hit an owl, which owl has an AC of 11 and an HP of 1. You see, you
Hang on. Since it's roughly like pretty much based on me right now, can I use shield to also block for it in this instance, or is no?
No, shield's like just your own space. Although your shield might come in handy for the next attack. So owl gone, and you see Chow's hand to her head again, and what rips out is another nightmare red-black streak, and does. Oh, that's not gonna hit. 10 doesn't hit.
Me? No.
Nope. And you see.
Bitch.
Your owl got their attention, I promise. You see Harley. You see Harley fly in the air, and she too will take her attack at the caster, who has hurt them, even though they're behind.
I feel targeted, bro.
They
I'll let you go ahead and use it this time, but next time I'm taking the owl out. Fuck it.
Honestly, yeah, they're not dumb creatures. Like, they understand take out the bomb before it explodes. 18 to save.
What? Save what?
Cramps branches, yeah.
Damn.
Oh.
I need wisdom.
Alright, sorry.
From Chow's, yes. I'll give you one for Chow before the end of the roll. 21 to hit, Nexer.
Damn, yeah, that'll still hit even with shield.
Alright, so that's not bad, Snake Eyes. You take 2 points of psychic damage, and I require 1 wisdom saving throw. You are not frightened.
No.
Holland comes out.
Sorry, I don't know if anybody remembers that.
You were too high pitched to actually hear most of that.
No.
Alright, and Nexer, you see another red streak come from the owl-struck creature. 16 probably doesn't hit. You're pretty beefy for. Oh no, your AC is 16, isn't it?
Right, but that's when I'm gonna go ahead and use shield.
Alright, go ahead and burn the slot. You see this red light streak towards you. Your hand goes up, and it is stopped by an invisible force. That
for the
helps.
rest of this, I'm at 21 AC.
And she's still going to send another blast out at you.
Oh dear.
You got this.
21.
Oh my god, dude.
So this one hits your shield, and slowly bores a hole into it and slams into your head. For it's only 5 points of damage, not bad. One wisdom saving throw.
Over here.
You are again not frightened. Let's do Chow's wisdom save for entering into the Spirit Guardians, which Chow will fail. And I can't remember, do we roll new or do we take the original 11? I think we roll new.
We roll new.
We do roll each round, I think.
Yeah, it kind of reads like that.
So
to me.
let's see how much damage she is going to take.
Ooh, 18.
Come on, heck damage.
18. That's good. Alright, and Nyx, go ahead and take your turn. They seem to be aiming towards one person in particular. I wonder who.
I wonder why.
Honestly, for the barrage, that wasn't too bad.
No, I handled that fine. That's no problem. I made sure to give myself a little bit of beefiness for that very reason.
How bad is anthrax? Or anthrax?
Honestly, it's a horrible thing. You don't want to come into contact with anthrax. It could cause problems.
Yeah, I've been vaccinated against them. I'm good.
Me too.
Or inoculated.
Anthrax seems very, very badly hurt.
The other one that just went, is she extremely hurt too?
They're all a little bit hurt, but the rest of them aren't bloodied. They look a little bit injured and a little bit mad.
Basically, they're all equal game at this point.
If she were to shoot lightning bolt towards Falls and Column and she's aiming upwards, would it like go above Echo's head? Mine and Echo's head?
I was kind of thinking of going, let me see if I can find my pin.
I love thinking in 3 dimensions.
You might be able.
That is very interesting.
She was thinking of going like right here. Maybe? And then shooting this way. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
And using Witch's Bolt.
Okay. Do you wanna? Yeah, you could make that connection there.
Wait, you trying to line up for a Witch's Bolt or a Lightning Bolt?
A Witch's. Oh, I don't think I have Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, you do.
You did before.
I finally told you to use it on me once.
The episode wishing for said death. A stroke of lightning forming 100-foot long, 5 wide line blast out in your direction. You choose. Each creature in the line makes a dexterity saving throw, taking 8d6 lightning damage. You can angle it at a way to hit at least 2 of the ones flying if you wanted to go that route.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay, so you want to cast lightning bolts. Do you know if you want to cast it at... Oh, your 4th level spell is already... Is your 4th level spell already used?
Haven't used any.
Okay, the long rest. I was looking at your sheet before the long rest. What level do you want to cast it at?
Let's do
I believe it is a
3rd
4th level spell.
No, I can use it at 3rd or 4th.
Right, the difference is 3rd is 8d6 and 4th is 9d6. So if you aim at any of the ones flying, you're basically shooting above everybody's head. I could see like the static electricity effect, and everybody's hair just kind of goes up as the lightning flies overhead.
They all end up looking like
Albert Einstein for a second.
So like if you shoot, you can angle it somewhere over here to like hit these two, or to get a line on this, you'd have to be like somewhere where Echo's standing to like shoot it this way. In order to get Onthrix, you'd have to like also hit somebody there, and you could hit like that. So it's really a question of which two do you most want to damage?
That is a good question. Group?
That is Onthrix. Like, does he look like he's on his last leg?
Yes, very much so.
And then you have
You
these
could just get
two.
right up into his face and do it, and then you could probably.
But then Yanthal's in the way.
If you got, I guess we're all kind of taking too much space. And like, if you got between me and Yanthal,
Yeah, if you want to hit Onthrix, you're going to either have to shoot through these and hit him, or through Frampt. Or if you want to hit Onthrix alone, you can like position yourself at the statue and shoot through Echo.
I was more wondering if she was right between me and Yanthal.
Like right
and
here?
The lightning bolt straight out, like literally in between us.
No, it occupies a full square blast. So you guys are just like right there.
Okay.
You guys are right there together. So she could shoot through you guys and hit you guys. The reason why these guys are in play without you is because they're flying above you.
Yeah.
Right. That's the thing. They're in the air. They have the aerial advantage right now.
Onthrix is currently on the ground.
Points up at
You
his
have
face.
Onthrix pinned to the ground right now, basically, with you.
Yeah, so if I stood right here, I could get this one and
So yeah, if you take that line, you're taking these two, and you don't have
Okay.
to hit any of your allies. You can if you want, but you don't have
want
to. One of these days, I'm gonna make the offer. You guys are gonna take me up on it, and we're all gonna laugh about it later. It'll be a fun time. All right.
Okay.
You're so confident.
I'm gonna cast lightning bolt at whatever these two are at the bottom.
All right. Are you? So that'll
In
be
front
these
of-
two, Charles
those
and Hallam. All right. Do you cast it at 4th level?
I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level.
3rd level. All right. Your spell save DC is 15. Charles first will fail horribly, and the back one makes it. So Charles will take the full, and Hallam will take the half. Go ahead and roll damage.
Whoa.
That's damage, all right.
Damn.
Holy crap, Nix.
All right. So
Right.
There you go.
Charles is B, and half of that is 17. Okay, so what immediately happens is these two, let's see,
Oh, fuck.
they fly over the party. Charles is still within the emanation. Hallam just entered it, so she's going to make a wisdom save against you, Echo. So, wisdom save. 12 doesn't save, so Echo, roll damage for the mutate that is very much at your back. And Nyx, I don't think you can do anything else, right? All right, so let's It's 1 o'clock. Let's pick it up. But same fight, same initiative next week. And we will see if the mutates have any other tricks.